the early ages of monarchs, royal families rose, such as the Penna family. They lived far off south, owning a huge kingdom. The names of the king and queen were not known at this time. Princess Amelia was one of the daughters of the family. She was 4 years old. Her other sisters were possibly around the ages of 14 and 17, but no son in the family. It has been said that the queen was murdered by her guards in the kingdom, and those guards were later to be lynched. Why was the queen murdered? Some say those guards were spies from the east, but the king remarried to another queen from the east itself. Stupid, no? This stepmother was formerly abusive towards Princess Amelia only. The other two sisters were left alone and were silent about their younger sister's abuse. This abuse only lasted for a couple of months until the stepmother killed Amelia down in the dungeons after tricking the girl before beating her till the girl died and left her body as if nothing happened, and Amelia had run away. Instead of going to the afterlife, Amelia went directly to hell, where the devil himself struck a deal with her to lend her powers and offer her a second chance at life. She was granted the abilities to shapeshift, black magic, and much more. In exchange she had to become a monster to get these abilities. Short term was the Servusmanith, serviceman off. A creature mixed with deer, human, and a saber-toothed tiger, but Amelia was more than just that, as this monster is the start of her army she created. She had huge antler-like horns with more of a deer humanoid look, but she can be anything as she is a shapeshifter. She is a queen at this point. When she returned to Earth, she then ran away, leaving everything and heading to the north, where she settled and created her kingdom. Because no one would claim the bitter north as land, she also changed her name to be Peacock as she chose to take a form of a odd human. Note that she can't be exactly human because she is a monster, more so like a skinwalker. She chose Peacock because having a very high opinion of oneself, filled with her showing excessive self-esteem, or that of high royalty and her immortality. Years go by and she grew thrice as big of a kingdom, owning the whole land of the north with her monsters beside her, even having goblins, imps, and all sorts of other creatures seek refuge because she accepted them into her kingdom. She was the mother of all monsters/creatures that were thrown and casted away from other kingdoms. At the time, Peacock is seen as 38 because she can manipulate her age and looks. Even if she were 4, she could change that. Even so, other kingdoms of the lands grew utterly terrified that this new queen rose and owned the entirety of the north with a load of monsters that could raid and destroy other kingdoms if Peacock wanted to. So kings started to travel to her territory and her kingdom to seek a truce and possibly form an alliance so that they won't get attacked by her. But Peacock was brutal, turning them down immediately. Some kings even tried to get her as her wife/queen, but that ended up with Peacock nearly killing them. But she met this one human. His name is unknown at this time until further update. He was charming, as well as secretly tending to the creatures that were hurt. The monsters spread word about this man, and Peacock herself was interested and invited the man to her place. He and she formed a bond that ended with them both being married and having a son. A son named Liam, but a monster-human relationship was controversial, though their son ended up being a human with some of Peacock's minor looks. He was mentally challenged, more so of having a neurodevelopmental disorder, though not stated what exactly the disorder is as this is the monarch age. With their son living under their care, her kingdom still thrived until she declared war on the south, wanting the queen dead and the king in her capture. Keep in mind that the South doesn't know anything about Princess Amelia being alive, so the South just saw her as a fearsome queen. Peacock victoriously wiped out the South, killing the queen and her new daughters, even killing her sisters, capturing her father, but her father was oblivious to knowing about his daughter's survival. When Peacock revealed herself to be Princess Amelia, her father was heartbroken, knowing what his wife had truly done to his daughter, but he turned on her, thinking that her killings were the wrongdoing. Peacock ultimately killed her father, eventually taking over the South as well.